Hi, ladies. I don't know what is going on with Facebook. They're changing things again. It's just driving me crazy. And I've been on the computer for like 45 minutes trying to figure out what is wrong and how to fix it. But I haven't been able to. Just going to my computer, my thing, so I can see it. Oh, better turn the volume down. Oh, there's my eye. Hello, everybody. Let me just go to here. Oops. I tell you. Okay. Hi, Val. Yeah, I don't know what. Hi, Virginia. Yeah, so when you go live, there's this option that you can pick. It's this cute, hi Phyllis, there's this cute little star or something that you can pick, and so you can kind of reverse it so that we're looking how it's supposed to look. If you look at the clock behind me, see how the numbers are in the wrong way? Well, there's always been this little button on Facebook that you can press when you go live that kind of reverses it so that it's not in, this is called a mirror image, right? So it's not a mirror image. They've taken it away, apparently. I've been on everything, gone everywhere looking at it. So, hi Darlene. So, yeah, I don't know why. Hey Deanna, I was just, did you hear? So explaining to everybody that Facebook has taken away the option to remove the mirror image. So everything is so stupid. I don't know why they do that, why they've done that. But yeah, I can't stop it now. It's so irritating. Hey, Arlene. Hi, Keiko. Yeah, I don't know. I can't fix it. So just so you know, and things might look reversed and I can't do anything about it. How are y'all doing? We got a little skip of snow yesterday. We get no snow here. Like, we always, have some snow in the winter, even if it's just a few inches, and it gets really cold, so it stays, right? We've had no snow. So we got a little bit yesterday, like a skiff, right? Just makes things look like a little white. I'm sure it'll be gone, by the end of the day or whatever. But yeah, we just haven't had any. Yeah, reverse. It won't let you reverse it anymore, Phyllis. So irritating. Can't you use the re-erase feature on your re-erase feature? You mean it's the mirror thing. It doesn't. There's an option on Facebook Live, so you could take away the mirror thing. So so what you see is what's proper. They've taken it away. I don't know where they took it. I don't know what they did with it, but it is nowhere anymore. So irritating. It was there the last one. I'm sneaking in to say, hi, Rhonda. Shh. Okay, well, Roxanne will probably sneak on too if she remembers, right? She sneaks into these things too. We're doing the owl today. Hootin Annie. Not just the greatest name. Hootin Annie. Anyway, my sister thought it was the stupidest thing. Oh yeah, see, it isn't just me. I thought I was doing something wrong. I've been on the computer. I've been doing everything, Deanna, and I couldn't find out how to fix it. Record-breaking snow in South Louisiana. I know Florida is getting snow. I cannot believe all that. I don't know, the people in the States, you guys are getting crazy weather. Fires and the snow, and we're not getting it up here. I don't know about you, Deanna. Are you getting snow? Do you usually get snow? We don't snow. Yeah, I'm trying to get my house ready to sell, mean, there really isn't hardly anything to do, but it's just arranging, you know, like a hard to paint it because I wanted the trim touched up in my house, and I wanted to change a light out in my bathroom. And yeah, there just really isn't hardly anything to do that way, but it's, I checked with Erica or Lisbeth, and we're there, Erica or Lisbeth, because we just had, and were they mirrored or were they good? Yeah. So irritating, isn't it, when they do this? I don't know why they have to do this. Why do they change things? And then they'll probably try and charge you if you put it back on, but they'll charge you. There is no snow. We have had sunshine and cold temps. It's cold for us, -3. Yeah, it's been cold here, like -3 too. Which, I don't know what that is in the States, -3. I have no idea. Because 32 is freezing Fahrenheit. I remember that from school. No mirror. I'd ask them what they did. They might not have come on Facebook Live. They might have come a different way too. Because there is no way. I've been on Google everything trying to find out, and I can't do it. Anyway, we should get to Hootin Annie. Hi, Shirley. Everything is being out except the owls. Which are, all the kits are packed and ready to go. So they will be going out. What day is it today? I don't even know what day it is. It's Wednesday, right? Yeah, it's Wednesday. That's how bad everything is for me right now. Yeah, they'll go out by this weekend because they're all done. And for those of you, I know there are some people waiting to order the last one because they wanted to wait until this one was out. So yeah, go ahead and order them, and then I can ship them all at the same time. So anyway, I'm going to show you. I'm going to reverse this so I can show you. And just seeing how good this is going to let me do things. Everything is white from frost. Oh, we actually did get a little bit of snow. See, it's reversed. See, this little owl here is actually on my left side, not my right side. So irritating. But anyway, I can't do anything about it. So we're going to just carry on. I'm going to move that over a little bit. Gotta figure this out for painting. Where is that? So irritating. Okay, anyway, so Hootin Annie. So what I'm teaching you today is the owl. I'm actually going to show you how to do the background. However, you have to purchase this background separately, or any other one that you chose to do. So Hootin Annie is I put it on this. She's absolutely so super cute. But I also thought I wanted to put her on something. And she has a little less. So I had these scrolls from, I think this is from Dollar Tree, right? I think I picked it up in the fall. It had gingerbread cookies or something recipe on it. You know how they do that. Anyway, so I just went over. Do you know that? So these things come, and I should have brought one up with me, dang. But these things come, and they come with the paper on them, right? Whatever they happen to put on them. And I found, today is Friday. Is today Friday? Seriously, today's Friday? Oh, Lord, they're going to put me in the home soon, I tell you. Thanks, Keiko. It's really Friday? Oh, my gosh. Why did I think it was Wednesday? Oh, Lord, love it, duck. Now I've lost my train of thought. Anyway, so this, before you do anything to it, comes with like this recipe or something on it. You know, you just kind of get the dollar store. But I found that if you use your heat gun, and it has a coating on it, right? Like this coating, so you got to kind of rough it up and stuff before you can paint on it. But I found that if you use your heat gun, my much loved heat gun, and go over it, it actually lifts that plastic off and you can peel it off. So just a little FYI, I will show you guys how to do that. Not right now, but I will show you how to do that. I was quite excited when I found that out. Anyway, back to this thing. I feel like I'm rambling now. Now that I found out today is Friday. Crap, I thought I had more time for things. Oh, Lord. Okay. So, anyway, I decided to do this background. And then I'm also selling this background too, right? So you can pick this up on my website. I think it was like $1.75 or something. And then we just made it look really pretty. But I also got this background, and I thought, let's see what Hootin Annie looks on this one. So I am going to show you what Hootin Annie will look on this background, or even on this background. So I'm going to actually do this one for you so you can see. And they're just little ways that things you can put Hootin Annie on if you want. And these literally were all bought at, I think, Dollar Tree or Dollarama. Anyway, and I do have them. Like, if anybody wants them, I do have these also. And they're also all just $1.75. So anyway, let's carry on. I'm just going to put this over here. And we're just going to quickly do this one. And see, it's just... can hang it sideways or top ways. Anyway, so I took this one, and it's just a plain picture frame with a plain background on it. There's nothing on it, it's just wood. And I took a chalky finish Timeless, and I just went over it. I did a couple coats of it, gave it just a really light sanding. Then I took my Distress Oxide Vintage Photo, which you will see is going to be mirrored, so you can't actually read it properly. So it's Distress Oxide Vintage Photo. And I used this large script stamp, but really you can use any one. I've got this one that I picked up from Temu. Just find any nice script stamp, or, more of an intricate thing for the background. You don't want a big clumpy thing on the background. You want it just a little bit more intricate. And I just stamp this all over. And I use this stamp actually on all of them. And I'm just going to do this bottom piece. Oops. I still can't believe it's Friday. Where did the week go? Oh, Lord. Okay. And that's the only stamping that I did on this. A little kibble there. And then I took our handy dandy little brush and I just went around all the edges. I like to come in a little bit. So mad that this is mirrored. Why does Facebook have to muck around, I tell you, with things? They're going to start charging us for Facebook Live. I just know it. So there, so you can see. I mean, that is literally it. And then just the frame around here, you can do anything you want. If you, you can give it a light sanding and then distress it a little bit with maybe antiquing wax or a really dark, so something that's quite a bit darker. You can also just rough it up a little bit and then, you know, take kind of a off-white and make it look like it's had white paint on the frame and now it's all this, and now it's kind of all old and distressed. So there's different things, whatever your preference is on the frame, but we will be putting, I'll show you what Hootin Annie looks like on this one. So now we're gonna do Hootin Annie. Hootin Annie. Now that everything is reversed, I have to make sure that I can see this right. I wonder if I move this over. I don't want to move anything. I'm going to end up mucking it up if I do, so we won't do that. Okay. So I used Folk Art Country Twill. I think, believe in the instructions, I said, go ahead and use khaki tan if you like for your owl. You may have a favorite color that you like for your owl. You might like your owl darker, you may like it lighter. I found this country twill or the khaki tan worked really well. I'll use the big one. My daughter and her sweet husband are looking for a new house on the island, and they're looking for one with a, they want brand new, and they're looking for one with a 2-bedroom in-law suite for me to move into down there with them. I love Victoria, so I'm quite excited about it. I do love my home and I do love my city where I live, or town where I live. But I also know I am getting older, and it'll be just so nice to have family close by. So I keep telling myself it'll be great. Fortunately, I do love the city that they live in. I lived there for 35 years, so I do know it really well. So I'm going to probably do a couple coats on this. Still can't believe it's Friday. Lord, where has all the time gone, ladies? Where has all the time gone? Ooh, so, yes, they are looking Bear Mountain and Langford. So my son-in-law set me up with cameras, right, around the outside of my house and in my garage, so that if anything, you know, anybody comes near my house, I get a little notification about it, and I can go on and yell, I've called the police, get away from my house, or whatever, right? Anyway, so, and it does work really well. Mailman comes or anything, I get a notification. Everybody comes to my door. If I'm not home, I get them, you know, on my Apple Watch. So was it yesterday morning? I think it was yesterday morning. I woke up and there was a notification. Well, I woke up because I got a notification that there was movement in my garage. So I go and look, and there is this white thing floating in my garage. And I'm like, what the hell is that? You know, it kind of freak you out when you see something floating in your garage. So I messaged my son-in-law and said, what is this? And he messages me back, and he's with a laughing, emoji, and said, oh, I think it's just a piece of dust. Was not a piece of dust. No idea what it is. I've sent it to people. We've looked at it. I'll have to put it up in the group, and you can all tell me what you think it is. Weird. Anyway, it drove me crazy. I slept with my light on in my bedroom last night because it was kind of freaking me out. Anybody else had anything like that happen to them? Hi, Sheila. Do you like my ghost story? I honestly do not know what it was. I think I'm going to bring the camera a little bit closer. See if I can. Sheila, I was telling everybody that Facebook has changed things, and now everything is reversed. Is like mirror image, and it's not the way that we normally, usually see me, and everything looks exactly the way it's supposed to. You'll see this is reversed, like the nest. Yeah. So anyway, or mirrored. Can't figure out how to get it to not do that. The ladies were saying that others are having the same issue. I honestly am not on Facebook very much or whatever, just because I'm just kind of really, really busy. But yeah, so trying to figure that out drives me crazy. Absolutely bonky. Okay, I'm just going to give that a really light sanding. I'm just going to put something under it so I don't get dust all over everything. So I'm really hardly putting any pressure on it. I tell you guys, you ladies this all the time. Just enough, just to kind of smooth that surface out. I'm gonna wipe that off. Okay, so what I ended up doing was, I wanted kind of the little owl's tummy to, look a little different than the rest of his body. So I had ordered all this crazy bunch of stamps from Temu, and this was one of the things in it. And I just thought this would make kind of a cute tummy on him. So I used this. However, you don't have to use something like this if you don't have it. Just splatter the tummy. And if you're worried about, it getting too high or getting all over or whatever, just take a piece of paper towel or whatever and place it where you don't want the splatter to go. Paper towel, wax paper, anything like that. Just stops the splatter from going where you don't want it. I just want to see where I want to put the eyes and the nose, just so I know where I want this to go. Down a little bit more. So I'm going to bring the tummy thing down more. Probably start it about right here. Smooth that over. I'm going to use parchment for this. You can use bleach sand if you have it. If you don't have bleach sand in Decor, you can use one of the other lighter, softer colors. I kind of like this parchment. It has, I don't know, almost that pinky undertone. It's really pretty. The new colors. Has anybody ordered the new colors from Decor? I did order them. Why don't they leave? I did order them, so I can't wait to get them because there are quite a few that I really like. There's some that I'm not as big a fan on, but there's quite a few that I really liked. So I am looking forward to getting them. I'm just going to stencil this on. Take a little peekaboo. Just a little peekaboo. And again, you can just splatter. I think actually Cupboard Distributing has a stencil similar to this too. Now you can tape the stencil down so it doesn't move on you. I just kind of got in the habit of holding it. There. So that just kind of gives the tummy area just a little bit of a separation. Gonna clean some of this off the brush. Some of this too. Okay, now I'm going to do the cheeks. You can choose any color you like. I tried this Cottage Rose, which I thought was super pretty. Use your favorite cheek color. You don't have to use what I'm using. Just use your favorite one. You've ordered Keiko? Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I kind of like, I did notice that if you look in one place, the colors look totally different than they do in another place. So that's why I'm very curious as to what they're going to look like. Okay, so this is Cottage Rose. So I'm just going to put a little bit on my ink blending. Oh, do I want this brush? Yeah, I'm going to use this one. It's such a pretty, pretty pink. But again, use whatever color you like for your cheeks. It really doesn't matter with our little owl. So I'm just gonna dry brush these little cheekies on. I'll get a little darker as I go along. Jade has little Zara in swimming lesson. So cute. She blows the bubbles and puts her head under the water and jumps from the side of the pool, and so cute. My son bought a new car. They needed more room for the baby. They just had like a sedan, so they bought an SUV. So they had lots of room for the baby. Well, probably more for all the baby stuff that they're going to be using for the baby, but yeah. So can't wait for that little addition. There. That'll be good. Now I also want to sand around the edges. Then we're going to do a little bit of distressing, a little bit of sanding, and then we're just going to go into the eyes and the nose. So I'm going to take, I think I'll use this one. And I'm going to use a, what is this, a 120 grit sandpaper, just to go around these edges. And I'm going to use just a piece of paper towel again. So I'm just going to go all around these edges. Now, I am not putting holes for hanging. This can hang in it. I'm going to leave that up to you, just in case you decide you want to put it on a surface like I've done. Because you don't want holes in it if you do that. Deanna, have you been watching hockey? Have you been watching our fabulous Canucks? Oh, Lord love a duck, what is happening, right? Don't want that spilling all over. Okay, so I used gathered twigs for this. You can use any brown that you want for it. Hi, Margot. So I used gathered twigs, and I did the oxide and the ink, and then I used my antiquing wax just here and there to darken it up. I have looked all over God's green acre for my antiquing wax. I looked all day yesterday. I was up early this morning and I looked. I cannot find it. I put it in something somewhere when I cleaned up, and I'm not sure where I put it. So, consequently, I'll be doing something different. And if you do not have these oxides, again, use any brown, use asphaltum, burnt umber. If you're using the paints, they'll work fabulous. We're just darkening this. Now we are going to splatter this, but I think I'm going to splatter it afterwards. So let me get a piece of paper towel. And I'm going to go all the way around. And with this first one, this is the oxide, so it's a little bit lighter than the ink. So I'm going to bring it in a little bit more. Move that up a little bit, or I'm gonna end up cutting some of it off. I just love using these inks and oxides. They really make such a difference. Okay, so that's the oxide. Now I'm going to get the ink, which is, as you can see, darker. This is the oxide, this is the ink. Just going to use the same brush. And I'm going to add just a little bit more color to some areas. Now, because I cannot find my antiquing wax, oh, so mad, I am going to add a little bit extra of this. So if you at first, if you're not using these oxides and inks and you're just using paint, you can start with maybe a lighter brown and then go into the asphaltum. So really you can start with asphaltum and then go into the traditional burnt umber, which is quite dark. Or start with the burnt umber and then go into the traditional burnt umber. And that'll just give you a little bit more of this depth that we're looking for. There. I think that's all I'm going to do here. Just going to put these up here. That way I know I won't lose them. So just before I carry on, I just wanted to tell you, so you know how I did all these little, I used a stencil and did this? Something else you can use is you can use this, the drywall patch, and you can use this to just randomly do it. Like, don't do it solid, just kind of go over like this, go over here and there on here to put on the tummy. It's just a cheaper alternative, right? And I love this. I use this a lot on things. So what I want to do now is I want to take parchment. And I'm just going to splatter a bit up here. There, see, I just want to put a little bit up here, a bit on the side here. I think that's enough. I think I'm going to wipe my hands. You all know me, I'm going to end up with it everywhere. What has happened to the Canucks? I don't know. Hi, Margot. I do not know what has happened to the Canucks, Deanna. I have emailed them and messaged them. I've had long talks with the coach and some of the players, and they don't know what they're doing. Of course, I'm joking. I haven't done any of that, but I really wish I could. Very upset. Stuff off my hands. I'm going to end up wearing most of it. Okay, I'm going to put this aside just for, oh, actually, let's do the little dots on the cheeks first. I want to make sure that I put these in the right spot so I know where to put the little dots on the cheeks. So I decided to put little dots on the cheeks. Thought it looked cute. And I did it again with the parchment. And I did it on both sides. After I put the nose on, I may add a little bit more. We'll see. Okay, so while that dries, we can do the eyes and the nose, and they're very easy. The nose, all I did was take Distress Ink Gathered Twigs, and I rubbed it on. Just use asphaltum. Asphaltum is just perfect for it. And then if you want, you can just take a little bit of the traditional burnt umber and just shade one side. Now, I did take my antiquing wax and just darken one side, but I can't find it. But I did. I just took a little bit of the antiquing wax and just did a little bit of one side on one side. But I also splattered it just a little bit. So if you have the antiquing wax, just do one side. Okay, so these are the eyes. So I, again, took the parchment. I used only 3 colors on this whole thing. And do the eyes. Just wipe my hands, and I'm going to wipe some of that off the edge around because I like the eyes really dark. Baby wipes really remove any paint that gets on these edges. It removes it really well. I'm going to dry these 2 up, and I'm going to put another coat on them. Do you think they will get rid of Rick Tockett? I hope not. It's not his fault that I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. I just wish that they would. Whatever is happening in the dressing room is not good, but it has nothing to do with Rick. So I'm just going to put another coat on these ladies. I have to go and buy a closet door today. I have this one little room under the stairs. It doesn't have a closet door on it. For some reason, a door. So my realtor did suggest that I put one on, so I'm going to do that today. No, I am not putting it on myself. I'm getting someone else to do it. Roxanne is coming. I'm so excited. Her and her hubby next week are coming on Thursday to see me. I have the painter coming out Monday and Tuesday. So I'll probably do the class Wednesday next week because I'm really busy every other day. So we'll see. All right. That's the only paint I put on these eyes. Just so you know. And again, I use parchment. Coach has always wanted to go never the high price players. Yeah, but they are trying to trade Miller right now. So we'll see. Or PD, they've got, yeah. My lady's been doing any painting of anything? You should put things up in the group. What you guys have been up to. I haven't This group is just starting, so we don't have a lot to put up in the group yet. Just taking, this is the gathered twigs, but I want the gathered twigs oxide to go around these edges. And I am going to kind of use my finger, bit of a guide, so that I don't come in too far. Now I'm just going to go around the edges like this. And then the outside edge, I just want to kind of make sure it's a little bit darker. So I may take the ink and just add a little bit darker. If you have your antiquing wax, you can use your antiquing wax. If you haven't lost yours. Duh. So stupid. Okay, so this is actually done because we just glued the eyes onto it and the nose is done. So I'm just going to take that and put it there. And then we're going to make the bow. I'm using my Bodabra for this one. I'm just going to put the eyes and the nose right there and make the bow. I have, oh, that's a, oh, actually, maybe we'll do the tag. Okay, let's do the tag before we do the bow, because that's the only painted thing that we have left. Okay, so it's just this little tag. You put that there. And I use the parchment again. Really, I just tried to keep these very basic for you, so you didn't have to get a whole bunch of colors or try and substitute a whole bunch of colors. And I just did parchment. We're going to dry that up. It's Hootin Annie. You can write anything you want on it. You can use a stamp if you want. What am I teaching on Wednesday? I haven't decided. I've got two things. I haven't decided which one I'm going to teach yet. But I'll let you know this this weekend, now that I know that today is Friday. I'll probably have it all written up by tomorrow. Tomorrow or Sunday. And then I'm just going to take my little sanding block. I do have a little one. Where's my little gator? Just going to take my little gator and do it. Yeah, I try to be really organized and keep everything in here because I am notorious for losing things. Obviously, that's how I lost my antiquing wax. I just want to rough up these edges a little bit. So I'm just going to sand them. I use a smaller tag, so I'm not ripping this one. I'm going to sand it instead. You can use your detail sander too. And then I'm going to take the same color. This is just a gathered twig. I'm going to go around these edges a little bit just to dirty it up. And again, you can put anything you want on here. You can do Hootin Annie, you can do Hoot, you can just whatever you want. If you just want to do joy and happiness. I'm going to just write Hoot on this one this time. I'm going to dry it because then I'm going to just lightly sand over this just to dirty it up a little bit. Oops, come back here. I don't want this to smudge, you see, when I try to sand it. So I'm just going to put that aside until I sand it. So now we're going to do the bow. These are the fabrics. Oops. Now I gave everybody some raffia. It's just going to look like this. Don't use it like this, ladies. Please don't use it like this. Take it. I know they're little, but you know what? Your fingers can still get in there and separate these. The finer you do the raffia, the fluffier the bow is. Otherwise, this just kind of, it's really weighted. But if you separate it, with your fingers, come here, you can use a pin too, and get it as thin as you can, you'll have a really nice light fluffy bow. Like I said, if you find you have trouble getting in, use a pin, the head of a pin, you know, the pointy end, and use that to start it. And you're going to end up with lots of really nice, thin, light pieces for a really fluffy bow. This probably takes more time to do than making the whole thing, I tell you. But I don't care. I do like my bows, so it's worth the extra effort. I don't like weighted down bows. It's already been started. And they may come off in different lengths, like it may not peel off in one huge long strip like the length of the piece. That's okay if it breaks, who cares? Just adds more fullness to the bow. You're not going to need all of the raffia that I've given you, just because you'll end up with an awful lot on your bow. But yes, I am just sitting here ripping all of this off. So remember, the thinner the pieces, even though it'll be probably a pain in the butt to rip them, the fluffier your bow, because there won't be as much to weigh it down. So I think of all the pieces that are in the package that I give you, I think I'm only using 3 pieces. Yeah, come here. Okay. So I have all this left over and I'm just going to put it there just to see if I might need it. But you can see I have all of this and they are different lengths. Some are longer, some are shorter. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sort of go into the middle, fold it, make my loop, and I'm just going to go back and forth. And it doesn't matter if some of the pieces are sticking out. But see how much I have of this? Like, it's crazy. How just 3 of those tiny thin pieces, I'm getting all of this just by separating them. And now I'm going to have a really light, fluffy bow. And I do like pulling on this. Oh! What do I need, ladies? I need string. I think I have my string up here, so I'm going to use raffia to tie it. You can use raffia to tie these, ladies. I'm just going to slip some raffia in here to tie it. Okay. Next, I'm going, go there. I'm using this color. So I just cut these strips for you. They're just really long. I didn't fray them afterwards. You can just take your thumbnail and rub it along the edges, and that just kind of messes up the edges a little bit. That's what I do. See how it messes them up, pulls a little bit of the thread out. There. So now both my edges are just a little bit frayed. And I'm going to do 3 loops on each side of this. I think it's longer, so maybe I'll just use all of it. Okay. And then I'm going to use our stripe material. And I think I'll do 2 loops on each side. And then I have our plain. I think I just did 1 loop on each side. I'm going to tie it with the raffia. Wish me luck. Sometimes the raffia rips. No, it's going to be good. Okay. Put the bow there. The bow maker. The bow Debra. I'm just going to tie this like that. Cut it. this end off. Oh. And this end a little bit shorter. This one might still be a little bit too long. And then after I cut it, I'm just gonna fray those edges with my fingernails. Same with it. So any edges that you cut, just fray them with your fingernails. Cut this one too a little bit. Okay, now where's our owl? So let's start gluing some of this on. These are the eyes. To see how far down I want to come. Okay. Oh, dollars to donuts. I'm going to run out of glue. Think about there. And there. Make sure they're in a good right spot. Oops. Oops. The nose. And then I'm going to take, I use these little mini buttons for the eyes. I really loved them. They're actually very expensive, but I gave them to everybody because I just really liked them. A very tiny amount, and I'm going to put it here. Yes, we'll get rid of the glue. Any glue that's hanging around afterwards. Turn it around. Okay. Just let that glue dry and then we can remove that. Cute. Okay. And then we have the bow. So we're going to stick it on, and I actually am going to pull some of this. And then we'll cut some of this extra that's hanging around after we glue it on. I'm going to put it about there. Now we don't want all this right in her face. So I'm going to just cut some of this. Yeah, you have to squeeze them down. Roxanne is coming next Friday, so that is why it is on Wednesday. Roxanne is coming on Thursday. Yes, that's why, because they're helping me move a bunch of stuff. We're doing like a working visit, right? Her and her hubby are helping me do some things. Now, I gave everybody a little bit of Excelsior because I thought it might just fluff up the bows a little bit, especially if you're not going to do them on a different surface. So if you're going to do these on a different surface, you probably do not need to use the Excelsior. But if you aren't, then this Excelsior will just give it a little bit more, you know, zhuzh. So you can just take it, squeeze the ends. I'll just show you how I do it. We're just going to add a little bit of fluffy duff in here. Fluff that up a little bit more. And I'm going to do a little bit. I gave you guys also, again, way too much. You're not going to need all that I give you. So just use a little bit. You can always add more, but it's, again, hard to take off once you've glued it on. So just start with a little bit, and you can add more if you like. Okay. But you see how fluffy it is? It just looks so good. And that all starts with the foundation of this raffia. Just taking your time and doing it really thin. Oh, now we have our hoot, which I do just want to rough up a little bit. But I'm going to use a finer one and pray that this does not there. Oh, it's working good. I was afraid it might smudge a little bit. I used a different pen. Hoot. But I think I want to add a little bit more. Of the antiquing, of the distress ink. So I can use the oxide. So you do have lots of fabric to make the bows. You don't have to worry about that. Lots of Excelsior, lots of raffia. So we're just going to glue this on. I want to do the star first. Just going to stick it in here. I love the little rusty star on this. Then I'm going to take our little hoot. And again, you can do anything you want. And just stick it on there. That up just a little bit. And she's absolutely so adorable. So what you can do now is, I'm going to show you the options. So if you have a thinner one, you can take her. I think she looks super good on this too. On here. I'm going to move that up a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. See, doesn't that look really good? And then you can take just a little bit of Spanish moss if you want at the bottom. And just glue a little bit at the bottom here. Like that. Or you can take the framed piece. You can also do this at the bottom. Now I did add this little sign that says nest here. And you can get that from me. You just have to message me or email me or message me and ask me to include that if you purchase one of these background pieces. So the only other thing we have to do for Hootin Annie, get rid of some of this. Oh, I forgot to put the cheesecloth on. Oh, crap on a cracker. wonder if I can take this off. I can. Oops. I'm removing that for a minute, ladies. I forgot to put the cheesecloth on. And I always do this separately and at the end, and that's why I forgot. Okay. Now I wanted a bigger bow. So you can see this is quite wide. Okay, just gonna cut it like that. And I do a little twist. I just do a little twist on it. And I'm gonna stick it on right here. Sorry about that. And I just cut this. Don't want these long tails. And I'm going to do the star. I swear I would forget my head if it wasn't firmly attached lately. And you can fiddle with the little bow as much as you want. I kind of really liked it ratty. The little cheesecloth. And I'm just gonna stick Hoot just under there again. Okay, oh, there. Now, it also has, she has a little bow up here with the cheesecloth, and I just took the cheesecloth cut a strip, probably about, I don't know, 1, 2, 3 inches. And then another one, it's around the same length. It's gonna have to be exact. Took them, crisscrossed them a little bit, joined them in the middle and twisted them. Just gonna cut some of this because it's quite long. Okay, and then I glued it on. Just up here. And I'm gonna rat this out quite a bit. Gonna pull it and rat it. And just shred those ends a bit. And then I'm going to take my other button. And glue it in the middle. So there she is, Hootin Annie. Messy, messy, messy. So there is Hootin Annie. Isn't she just the cutest little owl? And again, I will put these up. I don't have these ones up on the website. These are, again, just from Dollar Tree. You can go down, you can find things that are this shape. You can go to Dollar Tree, you can get any shape that you want. You can see how she kind of fits anywhere. She fits on this nice long thin one, like this. Put this up a little bit. or you can put her on the bigger one. And they're all $1.75. I'm just going to come up to me. Rotate my phone. I know you want me to rotate my phone. Ugh. I like it on that surface. Oh, on the long skinny one? Yeah, doesn't it look good? I like it on that one, and I like it on this kind of squirrel one. So here she is, little Hootin Annie. And you can put her on whatever surface that you like. I'll put it up on my website. I do have some of each of them. If you want to purchase the off ones. And again, these are just from Dollar Tree, so you can probably find them yourself if you want. But if not, you can let me know. You can grab it on my website and I can include it in your order. I'll put up on the weekend what our next project is going to be. It'll be on Wednesday because, again, my sister is arriving on Thursday. I think that's all. I'm going to try and figure out why Facebook has done this and how, if there's any way we can fix it. It's driving me crazy. So anyway, Hootin Annie. Here she is. I hope you like her. I'll talk to you later. Have a great weekend. Bye.